The world's largest human migration is in China. In 2006, at the beginning of the film, there was over 130 million migrant workers. By the end of 2009, there was a total of 229.8 million migrant workers. The workers only get to visit their families once a year on the New Year's holiday. That is, if they can get on a train. If not, they try to go during the summer, but most times they rather stay and work. Trying to buy tickets for a train is almost impossible. The people wait from several days, sometimes a week, trying to get tickets just to be told most times that the tickets are sold out and to find somewhere else to get them or try other means of transportation. If they are lucky enough to get tickets, then they go to the gates and wait and hope that they will be able to get on the train soon. The wait can last days, maybe a week. The migrants that weren't lucky enough usually give up and go back home. It can be very dangerous, and there is a police force that is around to try and control the crowd. Once they get on the train, there is barely any room for luggage or even the people, since there are so many on the train at once. The film focused on the Zhang family and how the economic reform going on in China affected their family on a personal level, as well as the rest of the migrant workers. The parents left their native village of Hualong in the Sichuan province over 2 decades ago to find work in garment factories in Gunsan of the Guangdong province. They left their daughter, who was 1 year old at the time, 16 in the film, with her grandparents and mostly had been raised by them. They also have a son whose age was not set. They visited them once a year, and usually it was a big battle to even be able to go because tickets were always sold out and the trains were always so crowded. The children resented their parents, but most of all the daughter, since she hadn't seen much of them for the past 16 years and felt abandoned by them. Wanting to escape the countryside and school, the daughter leaves to work in a garment factory just like her parents, who were not that happy that she dropped out to do so. Her grandma and parents really believed it was important to get an education so that she would have a better life than they did. At the end of the film, the mother was going back to the farm to raise the son since he was starting middle school. This is a picture of the Guangdong province. I circled Gunsan in red. This is the city the parents worked in. I drew an arrow pointing northwest to the Sichuan province because that is where Hualong is located. It is about 1,305 miles away from Gunsan. National and global issues. The national issue is that China has become a manufacturing superpower for over 30 years now, and the workers suffer because they aren't treated fairly or compensated right. They work 14-hour days and often longer, barely eating, sleeping, etc. Many migrant workers are beginning to get frustrated with how they are being treated, and it is resulting in violence. There was an occurrence in 2011 where the migrant workers started attacking the police because they had heard a rumor that a police officer had attacked a worker and his pregnant wife. Globally, China is manufacturing all these goods and then shipping them out to different countries, and we gladly take them, not thinking of the cost of those working in the factories. China isn't the only country with migrant workers. It's happening all over the world.